use star code BramP.
Remember when speed builds were all the rage and everyone was speed building or watching speed builds and copying them onto their plot? Let's get into what happened and what changed where speed builds became a rarity and only a few people succeed. Also, why is this video of mine here even when I looked up BLOXBURG speed build? Anyways, let's continue. But yeah, just speed builds are a hard thing to do right now, and it's hard to actually get recognition right now because so many people are amazing good builders, and it's crazy now. So speed builds used to be very simple. Speed builds used to look something like, let me go to an old video of mine. So this speed build of mine is from 2017. It has almost 300,000 views, and speed builds were so popular. But as you can see, everything is super simple, no basic shapes, basically an ad. Jesus. Yeah, just basically basic stuff, like not even pillars and stuff like that, because we didn't have that into the game. And oh my god, the old building system, wow, love that. But speed builds used to be simple, and that's the main important point of this video. If you look through all of the new speed builds right now, you will see that there is a lot of detail into it, and that is what kind of made speed builds die as well. So the speed builds that are popular now and what people click are speed builds that look like these, because it looks good, it looks amazing. Kotori is an amazing builder, but they're also super hard to copy. But the problem is, what would you click? Would you click this? Or would you click something super simple like this? And then the other question is, would you build something like this? Or would you try and copy something like this? And where would you give up? Where would you end it? Where would you stop adding detail? Or how easy is it to copy all of these hacks that they are using? And that's another reason why speed builds have died out, because they are super hard to copy now. And a lot of people want an original house. If they are gonna spend a lot of effort into building a house anyways, why would you go ahead and copy it from someone else? You could copy the layout, but everything else will be completely different because you want to add your own touch to it. And that didn't used to be the case, since houses were simple to build. People built their house and they could easily change stuff afterwards, but at least they copied a house. And right now, all of the builds are so detailed that it's hard to add your own touch to it. And it's also not something that will take you 2 hours to copy now. It's something that will take you days, and some people don't want to build for days or want to spend $1 million on a small house just because it has so many basic shapes in it. And basic shapes are another reason why speed builds have died out. I'm not saying that speed builds are dead. As you can see, a lot of these still get a lot of views, but you need to be very lucky now and a very good builder to be able to pull it off. So I feel like most of the people who play BLOXBURG either don't have all of the game passes or don't have a lot of money. And $1 million houses seem like normal now, where $1 million houses were so special like a few years ago, where if someone built $1 million house, the title would be like, I built $1 million house in BLOXBURG, touring it. But now even a living room can be $1 million, and people wouldn't even frown upon that one. So that definitely changed, and a lot of people don't want to work for $1 million, so it's kind of hard for those people to get into building again because everything is so expensive now. And we have to admit, these houses do look better. The houses with a lot of detail do look better. Cottagecore really exploded, and I mean, these houses do look a lot better, and there's so many options right now that you can do where you can play around and build whatever you want. But a lot of people also struggle using basic shapes because they are kind of hard to work with, and some people find them easy, but other people really struggle, especially on mobile. I think it's hellish to do on mobile. So you basically need a computer for all of these builds as well, while 50% of all BLOXBURG players actually play on mobile, so that's another thing as well. And there's such a big difference between people who build normal houses now and people who actually build something really detailed that it's hard to find something that you like. There was also a time, and that really helped drag BLOXBURG builds down as well, where Adria had a certain style for builds. And because Adria became so popular with them, a lot of people started copying Adria. So I'm gonna show you her speed builds if they are still up, because I don't think she has done speed builds in a while now. So as you can see, she was one of the first people that actually did houses like these and that style. And that was really popular. People really like that. And I mean, they are really nice houses, you have to admit that. But the thing is, everyone started copying that style of thumbnail, that style of house, that style of building, even copying the exact same build but adding some different elements to it, so it would be a quote-unquote original build. But so many people started copying what Adria did that it was just an overwhelming amount of the same build over and over, in the same color, in the same style, that no one wanted to copy builds anymore because they were all the same, and people wanted to have something original and not something that's like, oh, is this from Azria or is this from another person? Is this like from someone else who did the same build with the same thumbnail and the same text or the same font? And people just got bored of that, and that style really, like, I don't know, I think it took like 2 years for people to, or a lot of people at least, to go to a different style and try something new and not do that same style that Azria did. That speed builds had like died out at this point, and there used to be a lot of new speed builders coming up, and at one point that stopped. Now we only have a few speed builders that actually still do very well, like a lot better. Things aesthetic builders do love that, but a lot better than what speed builds actually used to do. Like 650,000 views for a speed build is a lot, but there's not many people anymore that get to that point where they can even reach 50,000 views on a speed build. And especially now where BLOXBURG YouTube is basically dead, I barely get any views on my videos anymore as well, and I feel like a lot of people aren't getting any views on their videos. Some speed builds still do very well, and that is good. I'm very happy to see that. And the thing is though, the speed builds that are doing well are builds that are massive. Like, you don't see a lot of small houses. This house is super small and it looks cute, and it only has 2,000 views. Well, only, it's good, but if you compare it to like the 650,000 views of the massive builds, it's kind of sad to see that people always flock to the massive builds, but then when you join the game, you only see small builds. Like, the chance that you see a massive build in BLOXBURG in public servers is pretty small. Wow, I rambled for so long, didn't I? But yeah, that's basically why speed builds have died, and basic shapes didn't help because they are hard to work with, and a lot of these hacks are just super hard to copy looking at a speed build. So people just tend to give up and build their own thing. So there's a lot that contributed to speed building dying out, but I'm glad some people still do very well, and they seem to be doing healthy, so that's good. But yeah, a lot of speed builders had to sadly quit or move on to other games, so just wanted to put that out there. This was me ranting. I don't know if you enjoyed this video. I hope you did. I kind of like to rant sometimes. I know I babble a lot, but I like to share opinions basically. So thanks for listening to my podcast. No, anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button, and please subscribe.